And hello, and welcome back to some more Steins Gate. Today, we'll be heading over to Yanabayashi Shrine and do something there. I don't know actually why we're heading to Yanabayashi Shrine. We were last time at the ATF at the university, got a lecture on time travel from Maki Sakurisu. We also found out that the email that we sent apparently to Daru was sent into the past. In fact, in our outbox, even though we sent an SMS 3 hours ago, there's no email here whatsoever. And that is quite odd. On top of that, this over here happened. I have no idea what that is about. So we shall see how things go in that regard, and whether the plot will finally thicken soon enough. I need to get exercised. I seriously doubt that the Maki Sakurisu at ATF was a ghost. Regardless, it's natural to seek an exorcism after such an experience. I'm Japanese. It's in our blood. Yanabayashi Shrine is located on the other side of Kanda River. To find it, enter the first side road after crossing Manseibashi Bridge. It's a very small shrine that doesn't fit with the surrounding multi-tenant buildings. Kanda Myojin is the more famous shrine in Akiba, but I deliberately chose this one. The shrine is so small you could easily miss it if you weren't looking. Regardless, I can hear the chirping of cicadas from the few trees growing here. Ah? It's Ocarine! Tuturu! There are two girls standing in front of the main building. One of them is Mayuri. The other is a docile-looking beauty in traditional Miko attire. A Miko being a shrine maidens, priestesses in the Shinto religion. Miko typically dress in a white kimono with a red hakama or skirt. Their role is to assist priests with performing rituals and events. On that note, a hakama is essentially a riding skirt. It is actually quite close to pants, but it looks like a skirt. And it's got, in the front, it's got 5 folds, because 5 is a lucky number. So that's fun. It's also quite loose on the sides here, so that's pretty cool. And you have to like kind of fold it. So in the middle, there's like a partition that separates your both your legs, you know. But up at the top, you know, there's a back part and a front part. And the front part has these straps that you basically wrap around the back and then into the front into this bow, essentially, which is fairly cool. It looks kind of complicated. You also, by the way, like some people do opt into, instead of having like a bow, some people, no, I believe like some people let them loose, but most people will essentially take the ends and wrap them around the sides of your waist. You know, there's like, wrap them around the other string so that they don't float around or anything like that, which is, I believe, the proper way of doing it. I'm not entirely sure. I used to do kendo. I used to practice kendo, and we would wear a gi and a hakama, and that was pretty cool. Sometimes even in obi, not so much for kendo, but more so for yaido. An obi being this very long band that you wrap around your waist, essentially, in a specific way, and then you have your bokken or yaito, you know, either a wooden sword or a yaito is essentially a katana that has been dulled with a dull blade that is used for yaito. You basically would put it in there with the saya and wrap around the I forgot what the string is called attached to the saya, but you would basically stuff it to your side on the left side and then have like the band. You would wrap it around your hakama. Hakama. I don't know why it suddenly sounded weird to me. Does it also give us an explanation on Hakama? No. Ghost in the Ball. A gadget created by arranging 12 6-inch CRT monitors at a sphere. Small CMOS cameras are installed in the gaps between the monitors, each connected to the monitor on the opposite side of a sphere. This attempt at practical optical camouflage is the greatest masterpiece among the complete future gadgets, but its sheer size makes it difficult to store. Its name is derived from the sci-fi manga Ghost in the Husk. Get it? Ghost in the Shell? Okay. Which has an anime adaptation. Which is fun. Sorry, I just ended up reading that out because it looked like... Oh yeah, wait a minute. Ghost in the Shell reference? Anyhow, Orishibara Luka, a stunning example of feminine charm and grace. Lips delicate like cherry blossoms in bloom. The essence of Japanese beauty. The chief priest's son. That's right, son. Lovely in every way, but he's a guy. Good afternoon, Okabe-san. He bows his head. The voice of a girl, the mannerisms of a girl. More feminine than any girl I know. But he's a guy. Taller than Mayuri, yet oh so slender, but he's a guy. Looks stunning in Miko robes, but he's a guy. Holding a bamboo broom, apparently in the middle of cleaning, but he's a guy. Look, Okabe is in denial. Love knows them. It's almost evening, yet still hot as hell outside, but he's a guy. It has nothing to do with the weather. Damn, Cicada's one shut up, but he's a guy. Look, Rintaro. Okabe, come on. Lukako. The blade I gave you, what happened to it? He's a friend of mine, I call him Lukako. We met when I rescued him from some aggressive photographers in Akiba's pedestrian heaven. Hold up, did we get a new thing? Some neighborhoods of Tokyo, such as Akihabara, close major streets on busy shopping days. This effectively turns the streets into one big sidewalk, facilitating pedestrian access. I see. Hokoten. It also so happens that Lukako and Mayuri are classmates. I learned that fact after I had gotten to know him. Lukako is taken aback by my sharp question. He starts fidgeting with a flushed face and tears in his eyes. You mean Demon Sword Samidare? Correct. I bought it for you so you could learn to control your power. Oh yeah, you bought it at Bladeworks, right? I think you said it cost 980... Don't say another word, Mayuri. Any more and they will come to silence you. Are gonna silence me? Thanks for worrying about me, Ocarina. But who are they? I ignore Mayuri's question. So, Lukako, are you making sure to practice with Samidare like I told you? Yes, I do practice swings once a day. As long as you carry it and master the Seishin Zanma school of swordsmanship, you can prevent the dark flame inside you from consuming your soul. Demon Sword Samidare may be an imitation sword, but that is only the form it takes to hide from the world. When one worthy to wield it appears, it unleashes its true power. And it was on sale for only 980 yen, tax included. Thank you, Okabe. It was a wonderful present. My name isn't Okabe.
オカリンだよ。
It's Okarin.
ごめんなさい、京馬さん。
I'm sorry, Kyoma-san.
わかればいいのだ。では合言葉を。
As long as you understand. Now speak the words.
エルブサイコンガリュ
違う、コンガリュウではなくコングルーだ。
No, not Kongaloo. Kongru.
はいエルブサイコングルこれでいいですか？
Did I get it right? Lukako smiles happily as I nod.
ありがとうございます。
Thank you. Such a lovely smile. But he's the guy.
美しい師弟関係だね。マユシーは不女子じゃないけど、ちょっとドキドキしてきちゃうよ。
A Fujoshi. I'm just gonna pull it up. I could explain it, but it's better to read it out, you know? A term for female otaku with a particular interest in yaoi, or works of fiction that depict homosexual relationships between men, does not apply to female otaku in general. Blade Work is a fictional store in Akihabara that sells replica weapons. Items include Japanese Sengoku period swords, European Middle Age swords, and knight armor. Cool. Such a beautiful master-disciple relationship. Mayushi's not a Fujoshi, but she's getting a little excited.
まゆりちゃん、変な想像しないで。
Mayuri-chan, please don't imagine such things. Jeez. Though we do have a master-disciple relationship, I, Ho and Kyoma, have gone to great lengths to teach Lukako about the evil conspiracies that rule the world and how to resist them. That stuff about Demon Sword Samidara is part of our training. Looks aside, Lukako is very obedient and hardworking. Plus, he's always eager to learn new things. A master couldn't ask for a better disciple. Though he does have the weakness of not catching on too quickly and being too shy.
それで、なぜマユリはここにいる？
What are you doing here, Mayuri?
ルカ君に会いに来たんだよ。
I came to see Lukakun. There's a dog outside and it's barking very loudly. As much as it pains me to close the window, it has to be done. It's a small dog too. It's like a chihuahua. Like tiny, quite ugly. I guess it constitutes it's ugly cute, I guess. And it's super loud, because of course it is. The smallest ones are the loudest. I came to see Lukakun.
来月のコミマでライネットのキラリちゃんコスをしてほしいってずっと頼んでるのに、ちっとも OK してくれないんだよ。
The heroine of Rainet Kakeru, her full name is Nishimura Kirari. She's a smart, athletic girl in 5th grade. She's also cute and has a good personality. Basically the perfect girl, passionate about fashion, hates mushrooms. And Komima is a fictional comic giga market, a massive otaku event held twice a year at Tokyo Big Side. Every Komima, thousands of artists gather to sell their creations, which range from erotic manga based on popular anime to original figures, music, and games. The next Komima will be held on August 15th. Erotic manga often are a lot of these fan manga or amateur ones are also called doujinshi, and most doujinshi are erotic in nature. Although there are doujinshi that are not. Also I've heard.
だってコスプレするなんて僕恥ずかしいよ。
Oh, I skipped about that earlier. Mayuri wants Luka to essentially cosplay a girl. But cosplaying, that's just too embarrassing for me.
でもルカ君は絶対似合うと思うんだ。
But I'm sure you'll look great in it.
こんな可愛い子が女の子のはずがないって大人気になるよ。ねえ、しようよコスプレデビュー。
It is an unwritten rule to use this phrase whenever you see someone who looks like a cute girl but is either of unspecified gender or actually a boy. This expression is also used sarcastically with boyish-looking girls. Kona kawaii ko ga onanoko no hazu ga nai. Someone is cute can't be a girl. I don't think I butchered it too much, but I do feel like I butchered that. The phrase "someone this cute can't be a girl" it's really popular, you know. Come on, make your cosplay debut. Mari's hobby is making costumes. She's made at least 30 so far, but it's rare for her to wear one herself. Instead, she seems to get her kicks from seeing other people wear them. And it looks like she's chosen Lukako as her next target. Naturally, the costume Mayuri is currently raving about is for a female character. Normally, I would understand why a man wouldn't want to dress like a girl, but come on. Lukako has no problem wearing miko robes. Why should cosplay be any different? But whatever. I have business to take care of. Save the trivial stuff for later, right? But it's really important to me. And it's trivial to me. Anyway, Lukako. There's a good reason for my being here today. I need you to perform an exorcism. An exorcism? Then I'll go get my dad. Please wait. No, it's nothing that serious. I just need some peace of mind. That's why I came here instead of Kanda Shrine. So with that said, bring out the usual. The usual? You mean Samidara? No. Who the hell uses a demon sword for an exorcism? The usual for an exorcism should be obvious.
正式な名称はわからんが、棒に白い紙がふさふさとついていて、神主がわさわさと振るやつだ。
I don't know what it's called, but it's that stick with the zigzaggy paper thingies that the priest does a shaky thingy with.
今のオカリンの説明、ゆとりっぽいね。
That sounded really dumb, Ocarina. Quite a shock to hear that from Mayuri. Damn, that's rude.
おほぬさですね。でも、お父さん貸してくれるかな。
A wand that is carried by a Shinto priest, adorned with Shida paper. It is used in blessing rituals to ward off evil spirits. Of the Unusa. Onusa. But I don't know if my father will lend it to me.
ちょっと聞いてきます。
I'll go ask him. Lukako makes a quick bow, then runs off towards his house, which is on the shrine grounds. Meanwhile, Mayuri takes a pocket watch out of her bag to check the time. It's a very old watch, not the sort you'd expect a high school girl to carry. Its name is Pockety. Obviously, that's the name Mayuri gave it, not its brand name or anything. Ever since elementary school, Mayuri has carried Pockety with her everywhere. It's her most important treasure.
じゃあ、マユシーはこれからバイトだから、もう行くね。
Well, time for me to go to work.
そうか、頑張ってこい。バイトが終わったら直接帰るのか?
Do your best. You going straight home afterwards? Yep. Mayuri lives in Ikebukuro. She comes to Akiba by a train just about every day. It should be obvious since we're childhood friends and all, but I live in Ikebukuro too. Though I've been staying at the lab since summer break again.
というわけで、また明日ね。
See you tomorrow! I call Mayuri to stop before she trots off.
マユリ、お前はあの時ラジカンで男の悲鳴を聞いたよな。
Wait, Mayuri, back at Radican, you heard a man scream, right?
悲鳴?
Scream? Mayuri blinks several times and puts a finger to her temple as if in thought. Then she gives her usual smile.
それっていつのこと?
When was that again?
今日の昼だ。
This afternoon.
聞いてないかな?
I don't think I heard anything.
そうか。
Oh.
わかった。
Well, alright.
変なオカリン。
Ocarina's a weirdo.
じゃあね。
Bye bye. Doo-doo-doo. Mario leaves, this time for good, though she pauses to wave at least a half dozen times before disappearing beyond the archway.
岡部さん、お待たせしました。
Thanks for waiting, Okabe-san. Lukako returns shortly after Mayuri leaves. In his hands is the white zigzaggy thing I asked for.
借りることができました。よかったです。
Dad let me borrow it. Thank goodness.
あれ？まゆりちゃんは帰ったんですか？
Oh, did Mayuri-chan leave?
マユリはどうでもいいから、今すぐお祓いを始めるのだ、ルカコよ。
Don't worry about Mayuri. Begin the exorcism at once, Lukako.
はい。僕でいいんでしょうか。そもそも何に対するお祓いを？
Okay, but do you really want me to do it? What exactly am I exercising anyways? Lukako is flustered. Is he really up to this? I'm beginning to doubt. I should have known better. The instant doubt touches my heart. A terrible chill shoots up my spine.
俺に取り付いた悪霊が。
It's the evil spirit in my arm. I grab my violently shaking wrist.
静まれ。
Be still, foul spirit.
急げ、ルカコ。
Hurry, Lukako.
このままでは俺は
It's trying to take over.
取られる。
そんな。
No way.
しっかりしてください。
Please hang in there, Okabe-san.
俺は
I'm not Okabe-san.
岡部さんではない。
すいません、京馬さん。
Sorry.
でも僕、
What should
ど
I?
うしたら？
お祓いを
The exorcism. Hurry, just do it. Like I taught you.
この前教えた通りにやればいい。
はい。
Okay. With a serious look on his face, Lukako grasps the Oanusa with both hands as if it were a sword. His stance is impressive. I've taught him well. His face is red and can barely talk. It looks like he wants to say something but is hesitating. Panicking because he feels awkward. Shh, amateur.
頼む。悪霊を俺の中から追い出してくれ。
Please, Luca, expel this spirit from me.
俺はお前を殺したくない。
The art is so pretty. I had to take a screenshot. I don't want to kill you. Lukako starts trying. Looks like he's really worried. Reason tells me he's a guy, but his lovely appearance makes me feel guilty, like I made a frail girl cry. But despite the tears welling up in his eyes, it looks like Lukaku's managed to work up his resolve.
悪霊よ。
Hear me, evil spirit! He raises the Uonusa up high, shaking it left and right.
岡部、じゃなくて、京馬さんから出て行ってください。
Please leave from Kyoma-san!
いいぞ。そのまま俺の腕にふさふさを当てろ。
That's great, now strike my arm with those zigzags. Hey! The tip of the Uonusa touches my upper arm. In an anime, this would be the cue for some dramatic shockwave to occur, but nothing like that happens. The only sound is the chirping of cicadas.
ですか。
Did it work? I take a deep breath. The trembling in my arm has stopped.
大丈夫だ。悪霊は去ったようだ。よくやったな、ルカコ。
I'm okay. Looks like you drove away the evil spirit. Good job, Lukako. Lukako sighs in relief and
お
blushes.
役に立ててよかったです。
I'm glad I was able to help. His shy smile really does make him look like a doll. After I get back to the lab, I take the broken TV down to the Braun tube workshop for repairs. Dara and Mayuri have already gone home, so I have to carry the TV down the narrow staircase by myself. It's brutal, back-breaking work, but I manage. I push the workshop door open with my hips and head inside. The room is dimly lit by the setting sun, but the gloom is offset by the glare from the gigantic CRT in the center of the room. A 42-inch CRT television. It doesn't seem like something you could get in modern Japan. With LCD TVs becoming the new standard, I seriously doubt anyone would want a bulky old CRT.
Oh, どうした岡部?
Yo, what's up, Okabe? Sitting in front of a huge CRT is an equally huge man reading a sports newspaper. He's the workshop's manager, actually the owner of this whole building, Tenoji Yugo. I call him Mr. Braun. It's a fitting name for someone who loves brown tubes. Braun.
どうしたもこうしたもないですよ。あなたからもらったテレビが壊れた。
What's up? That TV you gave me broke, that's what.
おめえ、俺のブラウン管を乱暴に扱いやがったな。
I bet you were treating it rough, weren't ya? I barely managed to set the heavy TV on the counter.
愛が足りねえんだよ、愛が。
Love, you gotta treat him with love. A muscle-bound bald guy talking about love. It sends shivers down my spine.
修理をお願いしたい。最優先だ。
Only repairs post-haste.
相変わらず変な話し方だな、おめえって。
And why do you always talk like that? So Braun begins investigating the cause of the problem. With nothing better to do, I look around the store. We've got some mail. Mayuri. I didn't want to get any of the other Jero Froggies, but I did want Fatty. But now that I think about it, it wasn't really that cute. Actually, it was kind of weird looking. I wonder why I wanted one so bad. Hey, I just realized Fatty kind of looks like Daru-kun. Just her body, right? No comment on Daru's face. Mr. Braun begins investigating the cause of the problem. With nothing better to do, I look around the store. I don't know if it's just the dust hanging in the air, but something feels stagnant about this place. There are CRT screens everywhere. Their half-hazard layout makes them seem like junk, but they are all functional according to Mr. Braun. Mr. Braun. He's got a full range of both old and new. Some of them are probably older than me. There are even some flat screens and HD CRTs that came out just before LCDs took the market.
今日は遅くまでやっているんですね。普通だったら夜7時には店じまいでしょ。
You open late today? Don't you usually close around 7? The crowds in Akiba thin quickly at night. All the major electronic stores close around 8 or 9 o'clock. And then, as if the liveliness of the day was simply a lie, the town goes silent.
今日はこれから客が来るんでな。
I'm expecting someone.
客？例の小動物ですか？
You mean that chipmunk of yours?
おめえな、俺の愛しい娘を小動物呼ばわりするんじゃねえ。
Don't be calling my little girl a chipmunk, yeah? The manager glares at me and takes a photo from his wallet. It is a picture of a young girl, Shally, making a peace sign at the camera. One might assume this muscle-bound man to be some kind of pervert, but the girl is actually his daughter. She's about 12 years old now, I think. His love for her is second only to his love for CRTs. Or was it the other way around? I see her in the store every now and again. What was her name again?
ないに手出したらぶっ殺すからな。
If you touch Nae, you're dead. That's it, Nae. A rare name that means to braid. She pops up at the store now and again, so we've interacted with her before. And by we, I mean Mayuri, since she's the only one Nae gets along with. Nae always hides when she sees me or Daru. I must admit, I'm impressed she can sense my aura of madness at such an early age. Mr. Braun makes a grandiose kissing gesture at his daughter's photo. Once again, shivers down my spine.
しかし、娘以外でこの工房に客が来ることがあるんですか？
I mean, we're inside, right? But seriously, besides your daughter, has this workshop ever had a customer? I've been renting the second floor for about 6 months, but I don't recall ever seeing a customer. I would be surprised if this place were actually making any money.
客っつうかなんつうか。
Ain't a customer. Puts away the photo and goes back to checking over TV, leaving me with that vague answer.
ああ、これは多分基盤のハンダ浮きだな。直せろぜ。
It's probably just a loose solder on the board. I can fix it.
そうですか。ではよろしく。
Really? Well then, by all means.
待ってろ。見積もり書作ってやる。
Hold on, I'll get you an estimate. What?
金を取るのか？
You're charging me?
当たり前だろ。払わねえつもりだったのか。
What do you think? This ain't some charity.
このテレビはあなたからもらったものだぞ。
You're the one who gave us the TV.
だからなんだよ。アフターサービスまでタダでやってやるとは言ってねえぜ。
Yeah, so what? Never said I'd service it for free.
おのれ。自分の間近なオンボロを押し付けておいて、その言い草とは。
Curse you. You have some gall to say that after foisting a half-broken piece of junk onto us.
うるせえな。だったら人ってやってもいいんだぞ。家電リサイクル法で回収費ももらうけどな。
Oh, shut up. If you don't want it, I can take it back. Though I'll have to charge you for its safe disposal.
大物だぞ。人類史の未来を変えるやもしれぬ男からたかろうとは。
Extortion! You dare cheat the man who very well may change the future of mankind?
ああ、それ誰のことだ？
Who's that now?
俺のことに決まっているでしょ。
Me, of course. Who else?
歯磨いて寝ろよ、ガキ。
We should even go to
そも
sleep,
そも
kid.
2階をただ同然で貸してやってるこの俺にそういうこと言うとはいい度胸だな。
You've got some nerve to be back talking when I'm letting you rent the second floor for next to nothing. Huh.
修理代は弾もう、ミスター・ブラウン。
You shall have your money, Mr. Braun. In the end, I'm no match for him. Just then, I hear the door open. I look up to see a girl that has entered the store. She's wearing a vintage jacket and tight shorts that highlight her long limbs and athletic figure. I find myself particularly impressed by her well-defined thighs. What's up?
うん。
Suddenly, time stops. The world! The power to stop time. One of the supernatural abilities called Steins that appear in the popular manga JoJo's Bizarre Adventures. Those with the ability to use stands are called stand users. The world! Of course there's a JoJo reference. Everything is a JoJo reference, you know? Suddenly time stops. It feels like someone activated the world.
あれ
Huh? The girl is still standing there with her arm in the air. Her smile gradually fades into confusion. What kind of reaction was she hoping for? Seriously. Anyway, is she the person Mr. Braun was expecting? Maybe she's someone he knows personally. Another daughter? Or dare I say, his girlfriend? She finally drops her pose and clears her throat.
さっき電話したアマネです。
I called earlier. I'm Amane. And just like that, time starts moving again.
ああ、バイトの面接したいって子な。俺が店長の天王寺だ。
Oh, so you're the kid for the job interview? I'm Tenoji, the manager.
バイトの面接だと？こんな若い女性が？
A job interview? This young woman?
この新規臭くておしゃれ感ゼロで繁盛もしておらず無才おっさんが店長のブラウン管工房にバイト希望だというのか？
That was a mouthful. You want to work at the dull, dirty, depressing, debt-ridden brown tube workshop with this filthy old manager?
おめえ、来月から2階の家賃1000円増しな。
You want to add an extra 1,000 yen to your rent?
俺は事実を言ったまでですよ。もっとも部外者が口を出す問題ではないが。
My words are but the truth, though I suppose it's not my place to get involved.
しかしブラウン管工房がバイトを募集していたとはな。この暇さではその必要性を全く感じないのだが。
Anyway, I had no idea the brown tube workshop was hiring. You always look so free. I didn't know you needed the help.
ああ、それは私が電話で無理って頼んだんです。
Actually, I'm the one who begged for a job. The girl looks a little embarrassed.
最初は断られたんだけどさ、店長さんにどうしてもお願いしますって。
The boss refused at first, but I wouldn't take no for an answer. That's honestly surprising.
今時珍しい若者がいたもんだよな。ま、そこの椅子に座んな、お嬢ちゃん。
Kids with drive are rare these days. Take a seat right there, young lady.
失礼します。
Oh, thank you. Looks like they're going to have a formal interview. I was going to leave, but since Mr. Braun hasn't kicked me out, I'll stick around a bit longer. The girl's expression is stiff. I guess she's nervous, just because of a part-time job interview. Look, I get nervous with part-time job interviews as well. I've had a few, and I was always very nervous because I'm like thinking I'm getting too into it basically, and that's rough. Anyways, the last one went really well, and now I have a job, and that's cool. Anyway, in contrast to how she said wouldn't take no for an answer, she doesn't seem so enthusiastic.
名前は何だって
Right, what was your name again?
天音鈴葉です
Amane Suza.
年は
Age?
18
18. Same as me.
学生
Student?
ううん
No. She shakes her head.
なんでうちで働きたいんだ
Why do you want to work here?
ブラウン管が好きだから
Because I love CRTs.
採用明日
Hired.
から来い
You start tomorrow.
それでいい
Wait,
のか
what?
というかこれはコントか
Is
も
this
しか
some
して仕込みか
sort of joke? Are we on camera?
ありがとう店長さん
Thanks, boss. Finally, Amane Suza seems to relax. Then she looks at me.
ところでさ君は誰
Who are you?
俺のな聞きたいというのかいややめておけそれを知ることでお前にも最悪が降りかかるかもしれん
You dare ask my name? Banish the thought from your head, girl. To learn it would place your life in jeopardy.
これまでも多くの人が俺の名を知ったことで機関に狙われたアメリカのサライタリアのクラウディアフランスのシモーヌこれ以上誰かを危険な目に遭わせるわけには
Countless women have learned my name only to find themselves targets of the organization. Sarah in America, Claudia in Italy, Simone in France. I won't put anyone else in danger.
おいアホな妄想してんじゃねえよ
Hey, stop pulling things out of your ass. She just doesn't understand my pain.
このバカ男は2階に曲がりしてる岡部倫太郎ってんだ
This idiot rents the second floor. Name's Okabe Rintaro.
岡部ではない俺はホーイン
My name is not Okabe. It's Hoen.
うるせえ
Quit it or I raise your end.
岡部
I'm Okabe Rintaro. The girl stands up, places her hand on my shoulder, and looks at me with a serious expression.
君を狙ってるその機関ってのが何なのかわかんないけど
I don't know anything about this organization that's after you.
もし困ってんなら私に相談して岡部倫太郎そういうの慣れてるからさ
But if you're ever in trouble, Okabe Rintaro, let me know. I can help with stuff like that.
は
Huh? Huh? Stuff like what?
場合によっては手段を選ばず痛めつけてやることも可能だし
If necessary, I can hurt them so bad they'll never bother you again.
ミスター・ブラウン彼女は採用しない方がいいと思う
Mr. Braun, I don't think you should hire her.
ああ物騒だな騒ぎ起こしたらクビにするからなそもそもその機関なんたらは岡部の捜索だから本気にすんな
Yeah, she might be a wild one. I'll fire her if she causes any trouble. Anyway, ignore that organization nonsense. It's all in Okabe's head. Look at Mr. Brown. Tenoji's a looker. Just look at it.
捜索
It is?
せいぜいそう思ってるがいいさ
You just keep thinking that. But someday, the world will kneel before me. And then Amane Suzaha stares straight at me again. Maybe she has a habit of looking people in the eye.
そういうのが流行ってんだ勉強になったよ
So that's the current trend. Thanks for the tip. Trend? I don't think so.
That's it
So hot. I was at university all morning. As I returned to Akiba, the heat is now becoming unbearable. Let's save right here, perhaps. And we'll continue another time. We did receive mail though. Let's check mail out. Lukako sent us mail. Are you really okay with yesterday's exorcism? I feel like a more traditional ceremony would have been better. I'm worried something might happen to you because my exorcism wasn't strong enough. It bothers me so much. I can't sleep at night. P.S. Because of that, I couldn't do more than 3 practice swings with Samidara. Don't worry, thanks to your exorcism, my right arm has been quiet for a while. Still, there's no telling what could set it off. If I'm forced to do battle again, let's just pray that the organization's assassins don't find me. Ceremony? What would a traditional ceremony entail? I need details. Don't tell me it's an ancient forbidden secret. It wasn't bad, just a little clumsy. You're a servant of the gods. You need to project your dignity and confidence. Work on it. This is like normal voice. This over here is like delusional. And this is over here is delusional as well. But worse. Let's go with this. Anyhow. That was it for today. I hope you had a fantastic time. Thanks all for watching. And next time, I guess we're heading over to Akiba. There's so much going on, but at the same time, nothing's happening. And I love it. The first few episodes of the anime as well were a bit of a long stretch, but I really liked it. And then it suddenly started picking up so much pace and everything became so hectic and, you know, so much happened. And I can't wait to get to that point and the many choices that we might have to face and things we have to do. If you're into that, look forward to the next episode. Thanks all for watching. I'll see you around. Until next time, bye-bye.